Welcome to Easy Tarot. Today's tarot reading topic is what is the twin flame journey that you are going to embody in this lifetime. And for some of you, the past lifetime is also coming up. So, whenever you want to choose the pile, this is the pile option, pile number 1, 2, 3. So, whenever you want to choose the pile, just close your eyes and ask your angels whether you want this lifetime's journey with your twin flame or past lifetime's journey. Either which ways, you are going to get a very deep answer to, even like, let's say you are going through some karmic cycle this in this lifetime, the answer may lie in the past lifetime as well. So whatever you want, you can focus on that, and based on that, just open your eyes up, and then let your intuition guide you which pile option is for you. Okay, in this video we are going to cover up pile number 1. If you want to see pile number 2 or 3, the link is in the description down below. However, without further ado, we'll start with the video, of course. But pile number 1, hello, we have an additional message for you. I'm sensing that for a lot of you guys who have, I don't know why, but for a lot of you guys, whenever you come to my channel, maybe you have selected pile number 1 before, and also before there was like an additional message for you. So if that is so, welcome. I'm so freaking happy that you are here. I don't know why, I just love to channel energy. Sometimes, like, let me tell you this, there's the slightest complaint I have being a psychic. The thing is, I'm noticing it today at this very point of life. So okay, if you want to know about my complaint, you can listen to me. If you do not want to, you can fast forward it till the time that I'm giving you a thumbs up. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to ramble right now. So I'm a psychic, and I have seen 1111, and that's how my journey towards my career destiny has started. Okay, so psychic, I was a psychic all along, even like as I was born. It was not something that I developed along the way, but tarot is something that came into my life after some time. Okay, so this is kind of like the career that angels wanted me to have kind of happened after some time, right? So I came across tarot like 2 to 3 years ago, and I was a natural, I'll say that. I'm not bragging, but yeah, why not? Like, why not brag? Anyway, so what ended up happening was I saw a lot of 1111. After some time, I'll tell you, something crazy happened. My friends group started to get lower and lower, and I was like, what? And then my job, my career started to crash apart, right? This is what maybe other people call dark night of the soul. But gradually, what ended up happening right now, my state of life is I have no friends, I have no job, and finance is kind of scarce as well. So, like, let me tell you, anybody who tells anybody in the world that all of your chakras will be strong, I'll tell you this, it's never going to happen. At least it didn't happen in my life. For me, my root chakra is freaking weak, okay? Like, I can't feel safe, okay? I don't feel safe. I don't have security in terms of finance or otherwise. I don't feel that anyway. I am having health issues after health issues, mental and physical both. And if you have mental health issues, obviously you understand how only having mental health issues is going to affect your physical health issues as well. So yeah, there we are. And again, like, something happens, like, either I have friends who just make fun of me or gaslight me, or just weird, like, they are not downright mean, but they don't even understand that they are mean. I think so, that's the energy, but whatever. So yeah, all in all, right now I don't have any friends and I don't have job. I'm like no financials, something, whatever. But uh, but let me tell you, by the way, I'm not complaining that I have like life. I think everybody goes through some or the other thing. I'm not saying that this is the problem, but I'll tell you what the problem is. I started this rambling with a problem in my mind. The problem is, after a long time, I decided to do tarot, lessons for Shoot, I shouldn't have been saying this, but yeah, there was like, I was thinking about giving tarot lessons to my clients because I was also getting requests from my clients saying that, "Hi, do you teach tarot?" And I was like, I declined the first person, I declined the second person, and by the time the third person came in, I was like, you know what? Let me do it. I should do it. And I was having kind of a confidence issue, but then I decided that I will do my worst. Okay, not in a bad way, but kind of like, I don't have to be perfect. I can do my worst, but I will do it. Okay, so that's the kind of motivation I ended up having in my life, and that's how I ended up bearing that whole thing. Okay, because if you have low confidence, right, I think like there is a part of you that just wants to flight, like you just wants to run away from that situation. And somehow I managed it very well. But as it was my first tarot class, I decided to do it one on one with only one person. And I wanted to just do the test and trial thing. And if it is working out, good. If it isn't working out, let me, um, I'll know how to polish my classes, what to add into my classes, which I did know actually. Like, wow, amazing. Sometimes over the experience only you understand like what to add to the classes and what to, you know, remove from the classes and stuff. So, yeah, that happened. That's a good one. And, but let me tell you this. I think the partial problem in my life is also that I am an empath. And I don't know who is an empath over here, but let me tell you, being an empath doesn't feel good. Okay, it just feels fucking draining. I don't know why it feels that way, but ish, like I was doing the classes with this person, and freaking hell, like this person was taking over the class. Like I'm supposed to be the teacher, I'm supposed to be taken over, right? But that didn't happen. This person took over, and I ended up like every time, whenever I would do the classes with them, like trust me, I would feel freaking drained. Okay, as if I'm doing an like as if like and I don't know if you have learned the concept of energy vampire, but yeah, a fish, you guys, I'm telling you, that's how it felt. It felt like I was with an energy vampire. Like I would start the energy with like stupendous energy, right? Like I'll start the class with amazing energy, and trust me, I I'm so thankful to God. God is the one. I believe that God is the one who gave me a lot of energy right before the class has started. Like every session, before every session started, God made sure that I have done tons of energy. Because if I've had the confidence issue back then, while doing the classes, God, it would have been the worst. But yeah, God made sure that I have some energy, and God gave me something like they would give me motivation, they would give me happiness, some type of an energy. They would boost me up right before the classes, and I'll do the classes, and I'm freaking drained. Like, I'm like completely deserted in terms of water. Like, imagine my energy to be a garden, right, where there is soil, like healthy soil with a lot of plants and trees, moisture soil, like not even completely dry, not even completely wet, but proper moisture. As soon as I have completed the class, I would be a freaking desert with cracks on the ground. How ground gets so dried that it start to have cracks. That's how I would feel every time. And I don't know what is the problem, but I'll tell you this, maybe that person is the problem. Okay, maybe that person is going through something, and that's the reason they are being an energy vampire. Maybe it's because of me being an empath. Maybe because um God has removed every friend from my life, every social situation from my life, and now this social situation is something that I'm not able to handle. I don't know what the fuck this is, but trust me, I think this is one of the lessons that Everybody will go through when they are psychic, because you are going to be freaking disconnected from the universe. And if you thought that you had an option to be an all-rounder, like you wanted to be rich and have wonderful relations and have wonderful psychic ability and have wonderful intuition, not everything is going to come to you all at the same time. Okay, at least not everything came to me at the same time. So it's like, you know, it's a part. I don't know what I'm saying, you guys. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so panel number one, welcome to your reading. Oh, fish! I freaking forgot to give a thumbs up. You know what? I feel like giving, giving a um. Just a second. I'll give you a timestamp when the new message starts, and then I also am thinking of giving you a timestamp when your message starts. Anyway, this is the message from your angels. Okay, so I don't know who this is going to be applicable for. This is the messages that angels are giving me. So you are the judge whether it is applicable for you or not. Okay. So these are my mate's card. Sorry, my mate cards. And the first card is swag. The second card is circle of influence. It is influenced by the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Then we have present. Okay, someone is wounded. I can see that from the circle of influence. I wanted to, I think, make a band-aid or something over here, but then I don't know what I was thinking when I drew this, but it feels like someone is wounded mentally. It is mentally 100%. Okay, so what happening in your, by the way, I said 100%, but don't take it literally. Why? Sometimes I just like, I want to tell you all that this is a general reading and some messages will resonate while other will not. So take it lightheartedly and just be your own judgment, make your own judgment in terms of applicability of the cards in your life. Okay. Okay, disclaimers aside. Hmm. Disclaimers aside, oh my goodness, I think I understood. I think I understood. So some of you guys, okay, is having some type of a trouble in your present situation. I'm so sorry to say this. There's a trigger warning, so if you want to listen to this triggered messages, you can put on your earphones. If you do not, you can remove your earphones. It's just a small trigger message, but it's going to trigger you anyway. So remove it if you are going to be triggered. So I'll give you a thumbs up and then you can come back. Okay, now you can remove it. Okay, so we have present, and for some of you is being abused in the present circumstances, maybe physically, but mostly sexually, or it could be verbal abuse as well. I don't care. But yeah, the second thing that I said is like that was the message I received very prominently. So I think some of you is going to be resonated with that. So some of you is being abused in the present moment. Okay, and that abuse could also be a physical abuse, and that's why we have the band-aid over here. Like some people have might have hurt you, and then you are like, hiding it, maybe putting on makeup or something, and or maybe just hiding it, or burying it or trying to bury it, right? And also you're trying your best to look like a swagger. You're trying your best to look like nothing is hurting you in the world. Pile number one, let me tell you, some of you is a male. Okay? Some of you, like I can channel that right now. Some of you who is experiencing this thing, you are a male. And this is happening to you. Some of you is saying publicly that, you know what, I've had a glow up, but you did not. Maybe you are aware that you did not have a glow up, or maybe you are not aware that you had a glow up. Sorry, you never. Maybe you, wait a second. Maybe you are aware that you didn't have a glow up. You're just pretending it to the other people, or you are you're not even aware that whatever happened in your life is not a glow up. You are just being in a denial of the situation. Okay, you're being in the denial of the abuse that you are facing right now. And so much so that some of you is not even aware of what is happening in your present life is even abuse. Some of you have had friends or family members who told you that is not a healthy situation to be in, and you shut your friends down saying that they don't know what they are talking about. But trust me, some of I think if you are being called to listen to this message, I think there is something going on that is freaking weird. Okay, weird in a bad way. Okay, like not healthy, something that is not healthy, and I want you to go to a therapist and talk to them. Someone who has a medical professional, someone who is a medical professional, someone who has medical degrees in terms of being a therapist or psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't understand that terms very well, but counselor, whatever. Like, but someone who has proper degrees, go for that. Okay, if you are Indian, I'll tell you this. I don't know who you are and where you are from. In India, it is legal for people to have like 2 to 3 days or months course and a certificate course, and then claim themselves to be a counselor, versus there are some people who actually study for like 7 straight years and then they are counselors as well. So there might be some countries who have this uh, who don't take mental health issues seriously, and they are like the country's government has legalized certificate programs, or not even 0% but 0% certificate programs to have uh, to act like a professional in terms of being a counselor. Okay, don't fall for those people. Okay, I'm telling you right away, check their background in terms of education, check their background in terms of, like, just google it, what is the um, proper degree for a psychologist or counselor in your country. In India, mm, it is two things. It is MSc and MA. Okay, MSc and MA, both of them provide psychology mastery. Okay, so in your country, you have to search and then talk to them. Even if they are telling you that you are hurt, like this is not a healthy situation, you would feel the urge to deny that and then go back to your safety net. But file number one, let me tell you, whatever you are doing right now, you are keeping yourself safe. Okay, whatever you are doing right now, it is working for you in your own way. You are alive, and that's the best news ever. Okay, you have no idea how much of a good news that is. It could have been the worst situation. There's a part of you that understands the depth of the situation that you are in, and that part of you is asking you not to look at it. Just try to ignore it right now, because one day it will pass. That is the part of you that's acting this way, and that is the part of you that has kept you safe all this time. Are you listening to me? Okay, so don't defy that part of you. I'm not asking you to defy that part of you in any way, shape, or form, but go along that part of you. Ask that part of you to help you to get out of this situation, and not just to keep you safe right now. Do you hear me? Ask that part of you to get out of this situation. Ask angels for help. Ask God for help. Ask yourself for help. Okay, ask a therapist. If you are in a situation where you cannot go to a therapist right now, ask a therapist. Ask a therapist still. Sorry, what did I say? Sometimes I just go in a trance and then I just say something weird. Okay, listen to me. Again, giving you a disclaimer, just take the judgment call, because you are in a very tricky position. It might be a tricky position, it might not even be that big. Okay, just take it however it is resonating in your life, and I would recommend go to the therapist 100%. Okay, 100%. However, like, also make sure that you are not getting more hurt. If you are getting more hurt in order to go for a therapist, then like obviously that is going to hurt you, right? Call for a suicide helpline or call for a police to help you out, cops to help you out if you need to. Okay. um okay, listen to me. That's not, I think that was a message directly from the angels to you. Yeah, I told you, right? I do sometimes go to the some type of a trance and then I just blabber and then I don't even realize what I'm talking about and stuff, right? Some of you might have cataract, or maybe your eyes is fish, your eyes is hurt. Maybe, okay, maybe, or maybe it's a cataract situation. I don't know. Or maybe you are like partially blind or something. I don't know. Let me see. Angels are there with you, 100%. Can you see how the light is bouncing off this card? Angels are there with you, even if you are pretending to be like all right, pretending to be a swagger, pretending to be a hey yo, like amazing, right? Angels are with you. Okay. Then we have circle of influence. That tells me that some things can be controlled by you while some things cannot be controlled by you at all. Like no matter what you do, it cannot be controlled by you at all. So don't try to focus on what is not in your control. The other person's action, the other person's reaction, the other person's words to you, the other person's choice is not in your control. Let me tell you that. Okay, what happens in life is not in your control. How you react to that is in your control. What you do, your reaction, your thinking, your choice is in your control. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Let me know in the comments down below, pile number one, if you do understand circle of influence. If you do not, you know what? The book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People have explained it really well. You should read that. I am recommending it. You know, it's my recommendation. Whoa, sorry. It's my recommendation. It's not necessary that you read it, but I think it will help you. Okay. Okay, pile number one. I have also seen a video that is coming in my head right now. Usually, I don't like to indulge in such videos because it's kind of like it's weird. I don't know, like it kind of triggers me. Okay, there's this. Wow, the camera. Okay, okay. There's this woman who is a counselor or who is a medical professional, and she is making videos about oof, how we deal with our mental health issues, right? So she gave an example, which I'll give you an example over here. Let's say that you are hurt over here, right? Um, okay, the way she gave an example was this. Let's say you are hurt and this is the pain that you are dealing with, right? So if you what is the instinct is like this is the most vulnerable spot in your whole life, and this is we are talking about mental health, but this is like a metaphor. Okay, this is like the most sensitive part of you. So like obviously you are going to cover it up so that like if anybody sees this part, they are going to poke on it, or they might poke on it, or they might take advantage of this, or they might hurt you more, even without knowing. So if this part is exposed, obviously they might do that. So what we do is seal this, we close this up, we you know don't show it to the other people. And that's what I'm seeing from this one. If you can see in the image, I have put kind of like a band-aid. Okay, it's like it's a drawing, of course, but I've put a border. But can you see the color? It's as if someone has put a band-aid on it, and someone has put a concealer above the band-aid, or like skin tone, like foundation above the band-aid. Why? So that the other person doesn't know that there is a band-aid that exists. You're trying to conceal yourself so hard. That's what I can see from this card. Okay, but the more it is closed off, okay, sometimes what we do is we are just not closing it off to for like when we are meeting the other person, right? Let's say I'm having like let's say there is a person who is like verbally abusing you or something, right? Or abusing you in any way. So let's say obviously you won't show the scar to them because they will hurt you more. So in that situation it kind of makes sense. But when it comes to like friends or family, you will obviously hide this, because if they by mistake talk to the abuser, and the abuser knows that you, like, the abuser thinks that you have ratted them out, okay, they are going to be, the abuser is going to hurt you even more. So I think this is also one of the reasons that we hide our problems to fish. So it's so sad. We hide our problems with our friends and families for the same reason, right? But right now, what, at some point, like, you just hide the problems from yourself as well. You're trying to bury it down. You're trying to hide it, right? You're trying to close it off. And it's not going anywhere, right? It's still there. You're just closing this. It's like your inner self wants you to see you. Your inner self wants you to see your inner self. Your inner self wants you to have confidence in you. Does that make sense? Like, your inner self wants you to be your best friend. Please look at the present situation as it is. That's what your inner self is telling you. I just saw two angel numbers, and before I started this reading, I saw so many angel numbers, you guys. So I'm not even. I mean, this is not even a coincidence. If you want to hide this pain from your abuser, you can. If you want to hide this pain from your friends and family, you can. But when you're alone, okay, when this thought creeps out about the abuse that has happened, when we immediately, like, like when we are alone and when this thought is coming out, I'm in pain, this pain is telling us, our inner self is telling us, I'm in pain. And when we immediately like watch TV, I don't want to think these thoughts. I would rather watch TV. Or, I don't want to think these thoughts. I would rather like scroll through the phone. Or I would rather like listen to tarot readings. That's when you are hiding it away from you. That's when you are hiding it away from you. Well, number one, I'm telling it to you. You don't have to show the scar to anyone in the world but to yourself. And if you have confidence in angels, to angels as well. In terms of mental health issue, when you're wounded like this, when you're like whenever you are physically wounded, right? And then, okay, let's say you're physically wounded and then you covered it up. You haven't cleaned the wound. Like, again, giving the metaphor of the I'm giving the metaphor of the mental health issue, but with the example of physical health. Okay, physical, like, let's say there is a cut. Okay, there is a problem, but you immediately wrap it up with not a band-aid, but with uh, with uh, like, let's say, a cloth or something, and then you have put a foundation or concealer over it. Okay, it's not going to heal itself. Remove the cloth. Okay, clean the mess. But first you have to look at the mess. isn't it? You have to like open the like cloth or something, and then you see it. It's there. It's right there. Then like put a Dettol or something, like clean the mess. Right? We need it cleaned. Then we put some saffromycin or ointment, and we put the ointment, and then we caringly put a band-aid on it. That's how you heal. And also not also whenever you're putting the band-aid too, you don't just put one band-aid for like 15 days straight, right? You remove it every now and then, every 2 days or something, you remove it, and then you look at your wound once again, clean your wound with Dettol, put saffromycin in it, and then lovingly put a band-aid on it. And then again you remove the band-aid after 3 days, 2 days or whatever. Clean your wound with Dettol, put a saccharomycin on it, and lovingly put a band-aid. That's how you even heal your physical wound. You don't like you can't ever like even in terms of physical wound, you can't just put a cloth and just dump it and try to stop thinking about it, because if you do that it might become septic. You are 100% allowed to hide your pain from the other person, but don't hide it under the cloth. Remove the cloth, look at the wound, clean your wound with kindness, you know, kindness, with loving words, with a hug yourself, with quality time, give yourself the time that you need, with nurture, put affirmation on it, say affirmations or something. I love you, I will be with you, and then lovingly put a band-aid on it. I want you to heal completely, and I will be with you forever. Okay. Okay. You now the wound is under the band-aid, not under the cloth. Now your mental health wound is under the band-aid, and you can still swag. You can still show to the other people that you are happy. And I'm telling you, this is the safest situation to be in. See, guys, some of you is getting confused. Some of you is like, the ideal situation would be getting out of this situation, right? Getting out of here. I'll tell you yes. But I'll tell you, I know how difficult that is. And I'll tell you this also, when you try to get out of the situation, when it's not well planned or something, and if the abuser gets a hold of you, and if the abuser understands that you were trying to run away, then you are in more danger than before. And that's why I'm saying that if you want to hide your pain from your family and friends and your abuser, that's okay, because this is keeping you alive, and this is keeping you like at the minimal hurt right now. I know this doesn't feel good, but this is also not a movie. In the movie, like you can run away from the situation. In an ideal situation or in a fantasy world, you can run away from any situation. But this is not a fantasy world. Some of you is not in a fantasy world. Okay? Some of you listen to me. What I'm talking about over here is for everybody who is listening to me right now. Okay, so maybe it is the case that some people of you, okay, is not even experiencing these things in the depth of which I'm speaking to you. Does that make sense? Some people are just having the light thing. It's not even of the depth that I don't know. I can't explain it to the people. I can only like the people who, oof, I can't speak. Okay, the people who understand the depth of what I'm talking about right now would understand exactly why I'm saying to pretend to the other people that you are happy and you are all right. But if you're not able to understand why I'm saying this, maybe because you haven't experienced the thing that I'm talking about right now over here, or maybe because your situation is much more lighter from that of what I'm saying to you right now. Okay, and if that is, I'm most happy for you. Okay, I'm telling you this. I can vouch for everybody who is experiencing it in the depth that I'm talking to you from. If you are suffering, if anyone is suffering from the suffering from this thing, the way that I am speaking to, my grammar sucks, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about, right? If anyone in the world is able to understand what I'm saying, is able to understand the depth of what I'm saying right now, if they understand that your situation is lighter than that of them, they are not going to be jealous. They are going to be happy. Okay, because we know what's it. I mean, like, we just know. Okay. Okay. So, what your inner self is telling you is to remove the cloth and take a look at yourself. Take a look at your present. Your inner self wants you to look at them. Okay. And this is also the message from your angels. Look at the present. Just look at the present. Don't act. Just look at the present. Understand what is in your circle of influence. Understand what is in the circle of concern. And act on the circle of influence. Is that all right? Is that all right? Okay, I'll recommend to you two books. Okay, one book is Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Do understand what is the concept of circle of influence and circle of concern. And the second book I'm going to recommend to you is Get Anyone to Do Anything by, I think, Dale something. That person is a psychologist. Okay, and at the end, okay, at the very end, there is a section, there's a lesson for those of you who is going through essay abuse. um, I know this is not going to be resonating with everybody, but I hope this is going to resonate with you. Okay, if you are near the beach or something, you can surely go there. Okay, because beach is something that I'm seeing over here, and I know my drawing is like, like, this is my drawing, and everybody, like, I don't know, it's so weird. um what was I saying? Yeah, if you're interested in going on to a beach, you can go there because water is going to help you out a lot. Okay, water is something that is for you. Okay, and we have the band-aid again, circle of influence, and swag. You are a swagger. You can be a swagger in front of everybody. Okay, don't worry about anything. Okay, sending you love and light and protection. I hope angels protect you. And yeah, I hope this video helps. And also, yeah, you know what? We have the Angel Answers Oracle deck over here. Just a second, I'll show you. This is an Angel Answers Oracle deck. Um, you know what? I'm thinking of whether to. Wow, should I? Okay. You know what? I was thinking whether to use this in this video or not, but I might not be using this, and I might be making a separate video for pile number one. If you have watched this video, and if you want to watch pile number one, the link is in the description. Pile number two and three is also in the link. Also, the link is in the description. Okay, well, see you there. I hope this video helps, and some of you is in the separation with your twin flame. Just don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. And if you do believe in Shri Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna is with you. I have this Bhagavad Gita all the time, like whenever I'm doing readings. If you're interested, you know what? You can also buy this book because it's a very nice book. And if you need to know the meaning of this book, of course, we have English translated books as well for Bhagavad Gita. So I think that will help you too. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you in the next video. And yeah, just click the link in the description down below. We'll see you there. Namaste. Goodbye.